Now we're going to look at the compound interest formula, which is A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT power. This one is used for money. This would be for things like you invested money in an account and the bank is paying you interest on it. So like all of them, we do need to know what all of the letters stand for. So P is principal, which is your starting value. R is the interest rate. Once again, they give it to you as a percentage and you have to change it to decimal. N is the number of times it's compounded annually. T is the time. For this one, it's measured in years always. And A is your resulting amount. Now with N, that's the number of times it's compounded annually. And within the problems, they don't tell you, and it's compounded 4 times per year. They kind of give you some code words for that. So they say quarterly. So if they say quarterly, there are 4 quarters to every whole anything. So N would be 4. If they say weekly, you may not know this one. There are 52 weeks in a year. Monthly, that would be 12 times per year. For daily, that would be 365 times per year. For this one, for these lovely little math problems, we're going to pretend like there's no such thing as a leap year. So N will just be 365 there. And semi-annually is one that kind of confuses people. Semi means half, so semi-annually would mean every half a year. So if it compounds every half a year, then the number of times per year it compounds is 2. So semi-annually would actually give you 2. All right, so we'll move into an example now. So again, they are word problems, so we'll read through first. It says you deposit $2,000 in an account that pays 3.25% annual interest compounded quarterly. They want you to write an exponential growth model that describes the amount of money in your account. So we'll start with that. One more thing. When they ask you to write a model, that does mean that you do need to have 2 variables. So our variables are going to be A and T. The amount in the account after time has gone by, and time. Those are the 2 things that can affect each other there. So we'll have A equals, then they tell us 2,000 is the amount that's in the account. So that's your principal. That's P. Then in here we've got 1 plus, and then in this fraction we've got the rate on top and the N on the bottom. So our rate for this one is 3.25%. If I write that in decimal, that would be 0.0325. And it says compounded quarterly, so that's going to be a 4 for my N value. And then in the power, it's going to be 4 times T, so 4T. All right, that's my model. That's all they asked me to do for that question. So now I'm ready to move to the next question where they say, how much money would you have after 2 years? So with this one, they're telling me that T is 2. And so I can take the model that I wrote before and put 2 in place of the T, and then solve for A, which really just means evaluate because it's already solved for A. So 1 plus 0.0325 over 4 to the 4 times 2 power. Okay, so I would need to put this in a calculator and get an approximation. You do need to practice putting this into whatever calculator it is that you're using, so you make sure you get the right answer. If you just go straight to the practice problems and it's the first time you do any of the typing in, you may get something completely ridiculous and you won't even realize it. Okay, so when I put this one in my calculator, I got $2,133.76. With these, we're going to round to 2 decimal places, of course, because it is money, and so it should be in dollars and cents there. 2 decimals gives you cents. All right. Now, one more question there. They want to know how much money will you have after 7 years? So this would be a T value of 7. So I would say A equals 2,000 times 1 plus 0.0325 over 4 to the 4 times 7 power. And once again, you want to put this in your calculator and make sure that you're getting the correct answer there. So you make sure that you're using your calculator correctly. So that would give me $2,508.61. And one more time, you do need to round to 2 decimals because you need dollars and cents. Alrighty, now you try the next ones on the Google form.